Ladies and gentlemen, friends and citizens, let me speak to you directly, without filters, without spin. We live in a moment of truth, a moment where lies, division, and chaos are threatening the very foundation of democracy. And tonight, I am here to set the record straight. I am Jeffery David Sches, and I will not mince words, because when the truth is under attack, silence is complicity. Donald Trump built his political career not on unity, not on offering solutions, but on sowing division and amplifying conflict. He has made anger his fuel, fear his weapon, and spectacle his stage. This is not leadership, it is performance. When a leader constantly pits neighbor against neighbor, portraying fellow citizens as enemies rather than allies, society fractures. And what happens to the real challenges we face? They are ignored, buried under a flood of slogans and sound bites. Ask yourself, when factories closed in your town, did Trump open new doors of opportunity, or did he simply point fingers at others? When global crises demanded steady leadership, did he strengthen America's alliances, or did he weaken them with reckless words and erratic decisions? The truth is stark. Division is not a policy, and rage is not a plan. The American people were promised prosperity, yet too many communities were left abandoned. They were promised security, yet found themselves more vulnerable, both at home and abroad. They were promised greatness, yet watched America's reputation diminish on the world stage. This is the cost of a politics built on division, promises without progress, noise without solutions, conflict without direction. And here's the hook you must not miss. Division may win elections, but it cannot build a nation. A divided America cannot fix its broken healthcare system, cannot rebuild its infrastructure, cannot lead the world in science and technology, and cannot secure the future of its children. Leadership means bringing people together, not tearing them apart. It means turning anger into action and fear into resolve. That is what Trump failed to deliver, and that is why America cannot afford 4 more years of a politics that thrives on division but starves the nation of real solutions. America today does not need more noise, it needs clarity. It does not need a circus of rage and spectacle. It needs honesty, vision, and truth. Donald Trump has mastered the art of distraction, loud declarations, late-night outbursts, and endless claims designed to capture attention rather than solve problems. But let's be clear, a nation cannot thrive on performance politics. Tweets do not build hospitals, slogans do not create jobs, and personal vendettas do not strengthen the economy. Leadership is not a show, it is a responsibility. And when truth is sacrificed for spectacle, the people pay the price. Think for a moment about the promises you were given. Were you told that manufacturing would return, that America's strength would be unmatched, that corruption would be drained from the swamp? These were powerful words, hooks meant to capture hope and stir loyalty. But what happened when the cameras turned off? The factories remained empty, alliances grew weaker, and corruption did not disappear, it grew louder. This is the difference between truth and theater. Theater may inspire cheers for a moment, but truth builds trust for a generation. Here is the hook that cannot be ignored. Without truth, democracy cannot function. If leaders treat lies as facts, if spectacle replaces substance, the people are left vulnerable, confused, and misled. A strong nation requires leaders who confront hard realities, who tell citizens not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear, and who act with integrity even when the cameras are not rolling. America deserves more than a spectacle designed to inflate one man's ego. It deserves leadership rooted in truth, grounded in responsibility, and committed to lifting people up rather than distracting them with empty promises. That is the choice before us: spectacle or substance, deception or truth.